There's anything goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great and exceptional day. Today's word of the day is discursive, stands for covering a wide field of subjects. On this channel, usually everything revolves back to the money, but I do try to talk about a wide variety of subjects on a regular basis because life's not just about money. Money is a tool, but it's not the number one and only key to life and through existence and things of that nature. So that's one thing I have to say with all sincerity. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to cover a variety of subject matters to be able to grow as a person in all levels and all different ways and whatnot. You raise a family, it's not just one aspect that you have to be concerned with. You have a job, there shouldn't be just one aspect that you have to concern yourself with. Same thing with, owning a business, being an investor. There's a wide variety of things you have to take into consideration on a regular basis. You know what I mean? Because you can't, because the moment you get comfortable, the moment that you can get caught slipping. The comfort zone in 2022 is over with. Like I said, I think we're at a point now economically, regardless who's in the White House, mayor's house, and the governor's house, where more and more people are going to have to live like a lot of immigrants do when they first come to the United States. Immigrants who have come from all over the world, regardless of the ethnic background. A lot of times they have to end up having at least two families living in one place, or sometimes 3 to 4 families living in one place. And my visit to Houston, talking to people that don't have to have 4 or 5 families living in a house, but they do, and they told me the specific reasons why, covering a wide variety. Well, yeah, this person, this one guy is a manager at Chili's and whatnot, but he wants to. His goal is to own a certain amount of land, and be able to put up to 6 or 7 different houses on that land, and to utilize the resources of that land from an agricultural standpoint to be able to get access to more capital from the Department of Agriculture, more loans, one, and then two, be able to sell those specific resources from the land to certain companies and whatnot, to be able to make money on passive income on a regular basis by letting the people do certain things on the land, whether it's farming, whether it's just digging up dirt, whether it's rocks, whether it's whatever that land consists of. They're able to dig resources from it and utilize it and sell it, and then by them putting that land in their a business name or whatnot and not their personal name, they're able to get more tax write-offs all at the same time. So these and then of course having a conversation like, hey, there's a lot of land that's for sale by the federal government. There's a lot of land for sale by certain counties and whatnot and cities. So it was a great positive economic conversation, you know, and that's what caught my attention. So we talked for about 4 hours about this stuff because that's like my voice was hoarse afterwards because we were engaged in such a great positive discussion. And me being introvert and whatnot, it's hard when I find people that I like to call a part of my tribe, the economic tribe. That's all that matters. We don't talk Democrats or Republicans. We talk check-ins and savings. We're gonna talk. We're gonna have a long, in-depth discussion and whatnot. But anyways, and we were having that discussion matter in all various different aspects. And like, yeah, person wants to have a food truck. One person's going to invest into a cleaning business. Another person's possibly thinking about owning a gas station. Another person wants to increase their online revenue with their sales. Another person just wants to buy more rental properties. Like I said, it was a variety of subject matters that we were engaging in. And these are the things that help you become the best you in 2022 looking forward, regardless of what's happening in the economy. Because like a buddy of mine keeps sending me these articles about how these 6-figure income earners are struggling more now than ever because of inflation and gas prices and etc. And I'm like, well, the chickens have come home to roost. And people don't like when I say that, but and the funny thing is, the first time I remember back in my early 20s, before the first recession of my generation, me being a millennial, 2005, 6, 7 time frame, before the stock market went and before the real estate market went. I remember having these people that were having, they will remain nameless, but I was basically the new intern at the job. It was an audiovisual shop I was working at. But the people who were the mid levels and the seniors on the contract, the contract workers, um, they were talking about how crazy the housing market is, like it is today, and how eventually the bubble's going to fall, and then how more and more people who are 6-figure income earners are losing economically. And one gentleman, who I despised him and I tested him like a sickness, but he did make a great point. He said, and I quote, he said, well, the biggest problem is most people are living beyond their means. He said people look at credit means get it. People look at, I can afford it, so I'm going to get it, you know. And most people not looking at, hey, how much can I save and how much can I invest? Okay. And then even during that time frame, you had a lot of people working two jobs. And myself, I was working two jobs. But see, I was working two jobs to save money, to establish myself. But most people were working two jobs because they had 4 or 5 kids. They were working two jobs because they needed that money to get by. Is there anything wrong with that? No. But, well, you know what? I'm going to say there is something wrong with that, because even then it was a great time of access to information just like that. Okay. But but people want to let their sexual, a lot of people all over the world, it's not just in the US, it's not one specific race, will let their sexual appetite get the best of them, and then certain things will happen, unfortunately. And it's a blessing to have a kid, absolutely, but economically speaking, especially in today's world, it's becoming more and more harder. Especially you have more and more families bunching up together. It's the back to the it takes a village mentality. It's coming out of necessity. Not even no one's politics matters anymore. No one's opinions on the best thing I love about economics is it's very black and white. Either you got it or you don't. If you don't have it, how are you going to get it? How are you going to save it? How are you going to invest it? Very simple one-on-one aspects of it. Okay. But then you have all these family units that have been doing this for so long, so that's why because sometimes people are still dumbfounded how certain people can still buy houses today, buy new cars today, and open new businesses in today's world. And a lot of times it's immigrants that are doing it because they live below their means, one, and then they live unlike other people would live. Having the 3 to 4 families in a one big house and whatnot can help. And not only does it increase your savings and whatnot, but then it increases your access to capital. And then if all 15 members, let's just say 15 people live in a house. I've said this before. It's very simple. 15 people live in a house, working people who have decent credit and who have decent jobs or decent business. They can get so many freaking loans. It's not even funny. Not even just car loans, but they can get personal loans and they can get business loans. So that's 15 up to maybe even freaking 30 different loans. In regards to car loans, business loans, and personal loans, home loans. And a lot of people don't want to think about it like that, but it's like that is some real stuff, and that can help you freaking become an economic tycoon from a big level or a small level. When the family, like I said, if your last name is Jackson or Rodriguez, and the Rodriguezes or the Jacksons are on the same page in regards to being able to save money, live a couple years way below our means, but we're going to work as a unit, work as a village and whatnot, just like the tribes used to do in the primitive era before there was electricity and running water. Okay, we're gonna live like this so that we can do better. We're gonna harvest, and we're gonna prepare for winter when winter's coming. To take from Lord of the Rings, we're gonna take from the chapter from that, so that we as a village can prosper instead of this nonsense of individualism and whatnot. Because even your quote unquote millionaires and billionaires didn't do it by themselves. So that's why it baffles me, even in 2022, where working people still buy this notion of the 1975 mindset of I'm just going to do it by myself, and that's it. Jeff Bezos didn't do it by himself. Elon Musk didn't do it by yourself. But you, as a regular working six-figure earner, think that you're going to do everything by yourself. Think, people, and think. Yes, I'm passionate about this, because that is the real deal. Even your overnight success that are online and whatnot, they don't do it all by themselves. Okay, they have to have partners. They have to have brilliant minds around them. Even when people want to be an island to themselves and whatnot, a lot of times, even in today's technical world, they still need other people to help them grow to become the best version that they can be of their lives. It is what it is. Collaboration, and I'm talking to my African Americans right now. Collaboration over competition, as they say at EYL University. I agree with that 100%, and that needs to be the law of the land. So your last name's not going to mean a hill of beans anymore going forward, and I'm talking to you. If you think that just talking about some Gucci and a Lexus or whatever freaking car you got or bike you got or house you got and all that or degree you got, your last name ain't gonna mean jack. You know what? Especially the ones that want to brag about being parents. People have been doing that since the beginning of time. You don't get credit for being a good parent. That's what you're supposed to be when you have a kid. But anyways, your last name's not gonna mean a hill of beans if your last name is not associated with assets. And as a family, not individually, but as a family, if your last name isn't associated with assets, if the 20 members of your family show up at the family reunion and all they get is a good meal and a good dancing and good drinks and talking about what happened 20, 30 years ago, that means your family's hustling backwards. Cannot put it any other way. Your family is hustling backwards. And that's why you can hate on immigrants doing what they do, but they getting it in because their families are hustling forward. All right, collaboration over competition. Period. Even my family members. You want to come at me? Don't be bragging. Come at me saying, "Hey, Larry, we got this business idea. I'm all ears." If I come at you like that, I would hope that you'd be all ears at the same time. All right, that's my rant on that for the day. Anyways, today's quote by Mr. George Washington Carver, rest in peace. Look him up if you don't know who he is. He says, "It's not the style of clothes one wears, neither the kind of automobile one drives, nor the amount of money one has in the bank that counts. That means nothing. It is simply service that measures success." It's simply service that measures success. And when you as a family and collective have served one another in a great positive way, that can accumulate into a multiple amounts of success, not even just from the financial aspects. All right, so do the great 3 things: like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you have a great day. Do me a great favor: check out the online store, support your local entrepreneurs. If you're a stock market investor, crypto investor, individual retirement account investor, think about signing up with all the platforms that are in the description, from WEBULL to Coinbase. They might not be around much longer. Acorns, Stash, Crypto.com. All right. And also, thank you for the Cash Apps and the PayPals and the Venmos. Those are always greatly appreciated. I put them back into the Larry's Anything Goes LLC brand. So, as I always say, make money moves, or you're going to live, bro, like a fool. Take care.